Hello and welcome to this reusable React tooltip demo, which is a tooltip which can be wrapped around any HTML or JSX element. It can be given a custom tooltip text, a custom direction which you can specify, and some appearance delay after which it will appear. So we'll see some examples of these four elements where let's say this is a text element or which you can see this tooltip on top, a button on left. Notice it appeared after a little bit more delay. This will appear even after more delay on the image, and even on a custom JSX element like this one here. So for these elements, the tooltip was configured in the React code itself that these directions, these delays, and these text should appear on these elements. But also we can wire up some event handlers and they can configure that value. So let's say if you want a custom tooltip that acts as this, and let's say you say choose a direction, you choose a delay. Now for all these four elements, it will be configured through here itself dynamically. So you can see for all these elements, we are seeing the same tooltip. So both has static. In code you can configure that, or even here for event handlers, you can wire up these tooltips. Image tag, which is wrapped around the tooltip we made, which is configured for a particular content, a direction, and a delay. So let's just look at the source code. How does this tooltip works? So those three props which we saw, the delay, the direction, and the content can configure this tooltip element. Basically, this just returns the JSX, which is a wrapper around the children, in this case an image, what was wrapped around in the tooltip. And it basically has a mouse enter and a mouse leave function. Whenever you mouse hovers over it, over the children, it basically starts a timer, which will set a state variable of visible to true after a while. If nothing is given, the state is not given, then we just assume a default 100 milliseconds. That state variable visible is used over here to actually show the tooltip element. So if this visible is correct, true, then we show the tooltip with a particular base class to style this tooltip and in which direction you want using that also. If nothing is given, we assume default top. And using this basically direction, you can also style which direction to show the tooltip. What you want to show in the content of the tooltip, if nothing is given, we just show tooltip. Now, usage of some other examples, like you can also use this on the simply a JSX element. In this case, it's just a text input element, and it's again wrapped around the tooltip and configured differently. Even with some missing props like delay, you don't exactly have to specify. We'll just take the default values. Also, you can dynamically change the tooltip now. As you can see in this example, it's just a text element around which the tooltip is there, but it can receive a variable tooltip text. And this tooltip text is dynamically obtained as whenever this input text element is changed, it calls this function, which basically sets the state for this variable again tooltip text here through this function. And when the tooltip text is set, the tooltip of this image is configured. So these two cases show the static, what you can bake already in the code, the tooltips, and even some dynamic tooltips which can be handled through some event handlers.